This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. We may be a comic duo, but we take mental health very serious. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and is completely online. BetterHelp is a network with over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, answer a few questions, and BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network.
You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/amp. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/amp.
Oh, hey, how to be professional while secretly losing your mind. Holy moly. Let's talk about the passive-aggressive email masterpiece. You really want to say, did you even read my last email? But you say, per my last email. But a bonus level of pettiness would be circling back on this. And boss level would be just making sure this didn't get buried in your inbox, which translates to answer me already, right? How about nodding while internally screaming? That moment in a meeting when someone suggests something ridiculous and you just nod like, interesting, while your soul leaves your body. How many times has that happened? Pro tip, just keep a notepad or your phone nearby and you can just write nope, nope, over and over again while maintaining eye contact, of course, because we are all professionals. How about the professional way of saying you're overwhelmed? Instead of saying, I'm drowning in work, help me, get over here. You can say, I'll need to reprioritize some tasks to accommodate this. Or you can just say, you just gave me this. Why are you asking if it's done? No, don't do that. Say, I'm working on that as we speak, which is true because you're now speaking about it, right? How about the art of fake enthusiasm? Someone says, can you take on this extra project? What you really want to say is, no, absolutely not. But what you actually say is, I'd love to take that on. Just let me check my workload first. And that workload is basically highlighting lunch on your calendar as unavailable. Put some blocks in your calendar. How about ending a call without saying, I hate this idea? How about just, instead of saying, well, that was pointless, that was useless, I have to admit, I said that before, not on a call, in my head, say, great discussion, looking forward to next steps, even though the only step you're looking forward to is walking away from the conversation. So basically, professionalism is just wording things nicely while resisting the urge to flip a table, right? So how about some more ways to keep it together while falling apart inside? I have written these down over the past couple years. It just makes me laugh. The I'm not mad, just disappointed email response. Instead of saying, why is this still wrong? Maybe you could say, I see where you're coming from. Let's revisit this to ensure alignment, which actually translates to, how did you manage to misunderstand everything I wrote? Lord, that just happened to me. I did bullet point after bullet point after bullet point and said, you just need to follow exactly how this goes. And it was all done wrong. I'm like, oh my goodness. So instead of, I don't have time to explain this again, and this is exactly what I did without even realizing that this is something that I did, I said, let me clarify further. But I was like screaming internally, like, seriously, but I know, we all learn things different. It's fine. Meetings that could have been an email. We've all been there. The first 5 minutes, you got that fake smile, you're nodding, you're pretending to take notes, but you're like, we already did this. You could have emailed me this. The next 10 minutes, you're staring at your coffee like it might contain the answers to life because you're wondering why you're in this meeting. And then the last 5 minutes is, wow, great discussion. Let's circle back next week, and no one remembers what was discussed because now we have another meeting about it. Oh boy, just put it in an email. I'm all about documenting things. We don't need to have a verbal conversation. Unless there's, 20 people getting together and everybody has their own opinions, because then you're going to want to send a recap. But guess what? there's a lot of meetings out there that could have been an email. How to professionally call out a coworker who doesn't do their job. How about that? I put her on there. I don't know why I would have put that, but it says, my notes say, John never does his part. I don't even know who John is. Maybe we could say, I think we'd all benefit from some additional collaboration on this. In other words, John, get your ass in gear. Or maybe, instead of saying, I'm not doing your work for you, you can say, I'd love for you to take the lead on this piece. In other words, it's your turn to suffer there, Johnny boy. Not Cass's husband. He's retired. I don't know why I wrote down John. It was probably just a fictitious name. How about the fake deadline trick? You tell someone the report is due Wednesday, even though it's actually due Friday. I actually never do that, but that's genius because, they'll send it late and now basically you're the genius who planned ahead of time, right? They'll send it Thursday and it really was due Friday, so you're still a day early. Handling, can you do this ASAP requests? Everything's a fire. Instead of saying, yeah, I have 87 other things to do, you could say, absolutely. I'll fit this in as soon as I can, which is technically true, right? I mean, technically you're going to fit it in as soon as you can. You just didn't specify when, right? It's not a fire. Not everything's a fire. Or just hit them with the classic, I'll see what I can do, which actually translates to, I will in fact not be seeing what I can do. Oops, sorry, couldn't get to it. It's not a fire. How about the classic, I need a mental health break disguise? Want to take 5 minutes to breathe? We all need 5 minutes to breathe. That's what this podcast is all about. How about, I'm stepping into a meeting, but the meeting is with yourself and a snack. I'm stepping into a meeting. I'll call you back. I'm stepping into a meeting. Give me a moment. Just go have a snack. Drink some water. Don't do shots on the clock, though. Wait till the weekend. Let me look into that and get back to you when you need 5 minutes to breathe. And then just Google it later after your existential crisis, right? Let me look into it and get back to you. I need a moment to gather my thoughts. And by gather my thoughts, I mean stare at the wall and reconsider my life choices, right? How about exiting a conversation you no longer care about? Oh gosh, I tell everybody this. I think it's Elon Musk. Do not judge me. It was just a TikTok that I saw that they were asking about meetings, okay? So whatever it is, don't judge me. But I believe he's the one that said, if you're not getting something out of a meeting, you can get up and walk out. It's not rude. Because you can go work on something else. And I love that. Like, there's been so many times where I'm like, wow, this does not involve me. I should just get up and walk out. And I feel like it's rude. But it shouldn't be rude. If I can't help, if something's beyond something that I want to talk about, or if I just don't have any time to help out, maybe just get up and walk out. Or log off. Leave the meeting. Exiting a conversation we no longer are needed in, or that we no longer care about because we've already put in our 2 cents and we've already put in everything that we know, and either they're not taking it or they've already completed it. We can just say I need to leave, or instead of saying I need to leave, you can say, I'll let you all continue this great discussion as you moonwalk out of there. Or instead of saying this is going nowhere, sometimes say, let's take this offline, which actually translate to, we're never going to speak about it again because either I don't care, you're not taking what I say into consideration, or I'm just done with the conversation. So at the end of the day, being professional is just finding the perfect way to say no without actually saying no. Have a good day. I'll talk to you next time.